Oh no! Oh no!
What happened?
I didn't have the button ready. Oh no! Oh no!
We're professionals.
We're professionals. Oh, I was having trouble sharing, and then I just realized at the last second because I can listen to the song,
Right.
and then I was like, I don't have it up. Hi guys, welcome to the Gig Accounting Podcast. Sorry that was a shit show.
Good evening, guys.
Let's rock out. Hope you guys are all having a great. What day is it today?
It is Wednesday.
What am I? You? A Wednesday evening?
You and me.
Yeah.
I like that one. This is a good.
Hey guys, if you could like the show, share the show, would really appreciate it. It does a lot if you can share just our posts or anything you see from us. It works well if you can just smash the like button and subscribe and all that bullshit.
Share it onto your screen. Come on.
Share it onto your screen.
Well, you know, on
What are you, a boomer?
On Meta, Facebook, whatever.
GigEconomyShow.com is where you can find all the stuff. Our Patreon members: Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, Omar from Detroit, Lindsay G from Santa Clara, California. Want you guys to join our Telegram group. If you can quick go there and join it. Talk gig work. I'm back full-time doing gig work, so you get to hear me. Gabe's talking more in the group, so
I know,
I'm
it's
loving
exciting,
that.
yeah.
Love to see Gabe back.
So he's doing well, though, in Ipsy, so I'm really, really thrilled that he's doing so well.
Yeah, I'd love to have him back. No, I don't want him back in Grand Rapids because that's less work that I can do, so never mind. Stay where you are.
He's driving during the day now.
Yeah, he doesn't do the late bar scenes anymore like me.
Well, you won't do that either, you know.
Nah.
So he's like, Gabe, for people who don't know, he's one of the original OGs.
Yeah.
And he used to drive at night, and he is a really, really, really good guy.
Yeah.
And
very smart gig worker.
Very smart gig worker, and has now found that his routine works well during the day. He goes out early. And that gives him tons of time to with his busy family. So I have tons of respect for that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think he goes out early, does rideshare for airports, then he does food delivery, and he's just all over the place. So.
Cool. Did I hear that I think today he mentioned that for the first time he did a rodeo?
So no, a roadie.
Roadie, sorry. Yeah,
he actually did a Walmart delivery. The ones that I do on Spark, he did on roadie.
Okay.
So.
Very cool.
All right, let me get through this. This week at the radio show on tncradio.live, Jesper will be on at 7 to 9 Eastern. Go to their website. They actually have an app. You can listen to the show in the background. There'll be a number on there you can call and chat in, or I'm sure if you ask Jesper nice enough, he'll give you a link, and you can even come in live if you want to.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we'd appreciate if you guys follow the show there. It'll be on our platforms for streaming, as if you want to just watch the video. It's a Gig Economy Podcast on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Jesper.
Yes.
You're grumpy tonight. He came.
I'm a little bit nicer now. A little bit better.
He's rallied. He came early tonight because we had an interview, and he's grumpy from all the hours you drove last weekend. You want to tell us about that a little bit?
I drove 20 hours last weekend.
Nice.
So I drove 7 hours.
Wait. You drove more than I drove for the whole week. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's true. So I set out to get my Quest. And I got my Quest. So I wanted to do 50 rides to get my $130 Quest bonus, which I know is not that much. But
yeah, I was going to ask you, do you think it could be better? I mean, obviously it always could be better, but.
Well, with the Quest, it brings my average, per hourly to close to 40. Now, then if you subtract the gas I spend and stuff, then I'm down around $34 an hour, which it's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's, then it's worth it. But yeah, I drove 7 hours Friday. I drove 12 hours Saturday, maxed it. And then I drove just about an hour and a half Sunday.
Okay.
So I did 16 rides Friday, 30 rides on Saturday, which was, I had the extra one more hours of burnout
time
because
change.
of time change. And then, 4 rides on Sunday. Yep.
Did you, do you know how much, you probably use what, a full tank?
Oh, I
Plus
use
a little more
than that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
I use
really?
more than that, yeah.
Okay.
So about a tank and a half. I probably, I have the specifics somewhere at home. I forget what it is, but it's probably, my guess is about 25 gallons of gas I spend.
See, that's one thing I don't like about rideshare. You do drive a lot more than you do for food delivery.
You do,
but
that's part of what I like.
Yeah, I mean, props to you for that. But I look at when I'm taking a food delivery and it says 6 miles. I'm like, are you high? I'm not driving that far. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
The money's got to be really good for me to drive that far.
Now, the cool thing is, and this is the other benefit, the other cool thing is I'm obviously out driving in my new van, which is really sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting tons of cool comments. Everybody's like, this is a cool ride, man, and the new model and all that cool stuff, right? And then, of course, it's just to kind of see how that all is. So, I mean, I have and then I never used to do this, but I have an app now. I'm keeping track of all my fuel spending and all that stuff, and so I'm just trying to do it a lot more organized. Which I'm a data guy. I love seeing the data.
Yeah.
And so having all that data and seeing it all come together like that is really cool for me.
Yeah, you showed me some screenshots today, and I liked that it showed you what you spent last month and just kind of gives you a snapshot of like how much money you're actually spending.
Well, exactly. And then what I also like is this particular app I found was it allows me to take a photo of all my receipts and put that up onto the actual entry, so I don't have to keep my receipt. So,
but why would you keep the receipt anyways? Just input the data.
You really should keep it for tax purposes. But I mean,
what tax purposes?
Well, if you choose to do instead of doing the mileage
for the itemized,
if you choose to do itemized, which I probably won't, but if you choose to do that instead of the mileage, then you have to do that. So,
yeah, Larry's asking what's the name of the app.
So this one was one called Fuelio. It's Fuelio, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's a knockoff of it used to be Gas Body. Now it's called something else. So anyways, but it's not the same. So, but this is...
I mean, there's a ton of apps out there. The one I use is Fuely, but it used to be called... They got bought... Fuely bought them. There used to be another app, but I've had it for
I thought that was the one that used to be Gas Body, but maybe...
No, it wasn't. It was another name of it, but I've had that for... I mean, I had that for my minivan, and that thing's been gone for a long time.
But what I was going to say is the cool thing is I still did... I mean, I did XL and Comfort only. I mean,
that's crazy that you can stay that busy.
Most of the time. I think that was about an hour Saturday night before it got crazy. I had the X on for a little bit. And then, of course, Sunday, just to get my 4 rides, I had X on just because. Why not?
You know, Chris runs around with Uber Pet on to pick up a sticky surge and then flips stuff on. I don't know.
So recently... for other reasons that I won't get into, it's getting important to me that I stay gold.
Yeah.
So I would rather keep like the X off so I don't get the X request that I have to turn down.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Oh, I see. You don't want to decline it.
I don't want to decline it because it's getting important that I don't lose my Uber Gold status.
Why?
Just because I may start using some of the other benefits you get with User Gold.
What are the benefits?
Well, one of the things is free tuition.
So not for gold, that's diamond.
No, you get it for gold.
Really? So it's blue, gold, and diamond, and you get it for gold?
Yes, you get free for...
You going back to school? Or is this breaking news?
No, I'm not. But that's a different story. Anyways, so... Exactly, Larry. Free tuition. So, anyways, you knocked me off now.
I'm sorry. While you're collecting yourself, Catherine says she runs numbers quickly before she picks up a ride. 5 miles is 90 cents in gas. So she's like, that's
interesting.
I mean, so she's done it enough where she's seen.
Right.
But I mean, do you know? Oh, so you don't know where that person is going though, but you know it's going to cost you 90 cents to get to.
Fuelio will tell me also what is my average, my miles per gallon.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what my cost is per mile, and that is correct.
That's true. Yeah, over time.
Yep. And now with the upfront ride, you actually do know how far you're going.
Yeah.
So that's good. That is good. So, but again, all in all, I mean, I worked a ton last weekend. It was fun, but I'm beat.
Yeah,
I'm pretty tired. The Monday and Tuesday afterwards. So
yeah, I mean, we're not young bucks anymore.
We are not young bucks.
Not a ton of. I need to start really keying in when I'm doing gig work. I've been doing some. Been okay. I mean, Walmart kind of, I know I reported back last show I was really struggling with Walmart. Seems to be picking up a little bit now that Black Friday, Walmart's got this Black Friday deal now.
Right.
So, but most of my income has been still been coming from DoorDash. So running Gary's apps, and that's been super helpful. But yeah, that's about my update. Oh, I have a Rapify update. I was supposed to get it wrapped on Tuesday. They canceled the day before and wanted me to reschedule. So now it's next week, Tuesday.
So I still haven't been wrapped. I thought it got wrapped.
No, it wasn't. And I even took the sticker off this weekend because it was supposed to. So I took all that off, and I needed to run it through the car wash before, and they canceled. So I was hoping to show you guys what it looked like, but we'll have to wait till the next show. So
hopefully
I did.
Do you know what sticker you're gonna get on it?
It is Amazon.
Oh, it'll be Amazon.
Yeah. I think for warehouse hiring, or I think it's just general Amazon hiring.
Okay.
But I did also know too that I have to text them. It says Rapify also compensates for your travel, so you don't have to sit and wait, and you can go about your day or spend time in the city. So I don't know if that means they'll pay for an Uber.
Yeah, because they're going to give you an Uber.
Okay, because I was wondering if they're just going to give me mileage because I'm going to have Megan pick me up. But maybe I should do an Uber. I mean, it's in no one, but it's in Zealand. So the Uber back to Granville and then back out there would be $100.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. So
you're not paying for it.
I should do it.
Give an Uber a driver some money.
Yeah, exactly. I am going to text them because then I don't have to have Megan come out and pick me up. So that's my update.
Absolutely, yeah.
The Gig Economy Podcast will be right back.
Hey, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jason, and we're the hosts of the Threads podcast, Life Unfiltered.
And we are on a mission to rid the world of Facebook fake, Instagram ickies, and Twitter takes.
And we do this through unfiltered dialogue about faith, mental health, and uncomfortable conversations.
And sometimes we talk about really deep and serious topics.
And sometimes we talk about stupid stuff and make jokes and talk about our lifelong goal of being great at fitness.
But no matter what, we are unfiltered as we talk. So we hope that you join us on the journey.
All right, gig economy in the news. A lot of Uber stories this week. First one, Uber drivers will make fewer left turns and be able to record video for safety. Obviously, anyone new that hears this, we know that this is a little bit older, but our show's every 2 weeks, so shut up. Not anyone in the chat, but I often wonder if, as a new listener, as they're listening to it, they're like, this is old news. But anyways, I don't know why I care. But Uber drivers take fewer left turns and suitably record their rides through their smartphones as the rideshare company makes changes geared towards safety. They're launching the new pilot program, and certain drivers in 3 cities and Brazil, very random, use their phone's front-facing camera.
Front-facing?
Thank you. Camera to record audio during trips. Recording can just improve and make interactions on the Uber platform a little bit more comfortable. Passengers will be notified after requesting a trip that their driver will be recording the ride. So when you ask for the ride, Uber says if they don't feel comfortable being recorded, passengers can cancel at no cost, which is interesting.
So they'll take the hit then, because obviously the driver will get the cancellation fee.
That's true. That's a good point.
Uber will take the hit. Yeah.
I often wonder if people I've had maybe 2 incidents where I've had passengers see my dash cam and say they didn't want to do it, but most people don't even know that it's in there.
They don't care.
But I wonder if it's through a big company like Uber, they'll be like, this is weird that they're recording our ride.
So maybe not. I want to know. So I registered my dash cam on my Uber app. So I wonder.
Did you?
Yeah. So I wonder if they can see it.
No.
No, I wonder if it says
riders,
on the rider says this car has a dash
cam.
cam.
I think that was part of it.
Yeah.
I think that was part of it.
So yeah, so it doesn't automatically. They don't request the recordings, and I can't upload or anything like that. But it just says on my my account that I have a dash cam.
Yeah. So obviously there's privacy concerns. Uber said driver recordings will be encrypted and stored directly on the driver's device, but inaccessible even to them. No one can access it, and even Uber can't access it. Well, that's a lie, because if there's an issue, they can access it.
But yeah,
it says if nothing bad happens on the trip, that recording will essentially just disappear after 7 days. Well, here's a thought, and I don't know anything about data and megabytes and stuff. Like if you're a full-time driver, you're doing 80 hours a week. How much data is that going to hold on your phone for 7 days? If it's
being uploaded to Uber right away.
Well, it says it's stored directly on the driver's device.
Well, yeah, but then sent. I mean,
It doesn't say that.
I know, but
I mean, I'm just going off what the article says.
7 days of data, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I mean, if you're a full-time driver, that's a lot of
Right.
rides that it's going to data. But
Catherine, we'll get into that in a second, okay?
it said the company also announced Thursday it'll update its in-app navigation software to drivers make fewer left turns, which is really cool. It actually saves crashes and it saves gas. UPS does it all the time.
Yep.
And then you had said something you had seen. What were they doing in your app?
So I'm getting into that, and for some reason, I just realized that our two first stories are very, very much alike.
Are they?
Because the safety tools are about all the same things.
No, that actually is
But-
still part of my article.
No, I know, but the safety tools that I have next to talk about the rideshare guys' Uber's new safety tools, it's all the same safety
Is
tools.
it?
Yeah.
Well,
But that's okay.
We'll
But-
save that part for that. So I didn't know that. So I put another article there. They're also freezing fake rider account names.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I thought was really cool that they're doing that.
And then we'll talk about it later, but what they're actually doing is they are running through all the driver accounts, and they have special software written
rider accounts.
Sorry, all the rider accounts.
Yeah.
There's special software written to find those names. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it says let's see, hold on. Yeah, we'll conduct a large audit of rider account names
Exactly.
and freeze any accounts with
Yep.
clearly fake names. Riders will have the update to validate their account. They're trying to do it so no discrimination, but I mean, people discriminate on names and pictures. So it's like
Well, then what? I had one last weekend that just had K. Are they going to remove those?
they would have to.
I mean, because
Unless you can verify. I mean, I don't know. They should just take your ID and you should have to upload it on the app.
right. Yep.
And that should be the end of it. Like, why are we even dealing with it? We have to do it as drivers. You should have to do it as passengers.
Well, exactly.
I don't need to see any of your data, but Uber
Well, they
needs to
should verify,
verify that this is you. I mean, everywhere else asks for your driver's license.
Right.
So,
Or any kind. It doesn't have to be a state license, right? It
yeah,
can-
or
yeah.
ID or
Yep,
whatever.
yep,
I mean,
yep,
if you're over 16, you have some sort of, or you should have some sort of ID. But the trial for the video recording, by the way, takes place in Cincinnati, Louisville, Larry, and I mean he's from Bowling Green, but in New York City.
Yep.
And then in Brazil. So I don't know.
So, Catherine, I just want to touch on that real quick. Are you done with this story? So,
Yes, sir.
Catherine is asking if there's any cameras that we recommend. So we have in many years been using the Van-True camera, and we were using, I forget what it was called, 2 something Pro, and now we're using the 4 Pro, right?
Yeah.
Which is just it's a newer model of the same. But the important part here, Catherine, is that this camera records both front facing but also rear facing, so it records in the vehicle, and it records with night vision. So basically it'll record even what's going on in your car without you having to have the lights on, of course. So that's kind of very important that it does both of that.
Yeah. Well, the 4 actually records out your back window too. Did you
Correct.
mention that?
No, I did not. Thank you.
It grows out your back window, your front window, and then inside in the cab. So it's a little bit more wiring, but it's completely doable. It took me like 20 minutes.
And they do have an accessory to hook it up into your OBD port, so that if you are hit while parked or anything like that, it'll actually record those instances.
Yeah, there's
as well.
so many more features on that, but I don't use it. I just plug in the cigarette lighter. I don't really care.
I haven't, I leave mine all the time, and I just, when I'm driving. So it's called Van-True. Jason actually just posted a link for it, but Van-True, and it's not Ventura, it's Van-True N2 Pro, and the new one is N4 Pro. So that's the one.
Why'd you laugh about Ventura?
Because you spelled Ventura wrong.
Who did?
You did when you posted the link.
That link has been, I've had that same link for years.
Oh,
And
somebody
it's spelled wrong?
somebody said, yeah, Vanture it says, so it should be Van-True.
My God.
Anyways,
No one's ever said that to me.
Don't
say anyways.
So we'll fix that, of course. But yes, if you use that link, you'll get to the model. And then what I also like about it is that it comes with a pretty solid mount for your window that may need a little bit extra sticky if you use the N4, but they're working on that issue, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of an issue with it sticking on there. I think it's a little bit heavier.
The N4 is a little heavier than the N2.
Yeah, it's got a bigger screen on it, which doesn't do anything. The screen's a waste, anyways. I don't really care.
If you do buy the N2, it says it recommends a size of a memory card that's way less than you actually can take.
Right.
You can easily take like a gigabyte card, whatever. No problem. So.
Can't believe I spelled that. Are you sure it's spelled that way?
Well, VANTRUE, and so
Hold
whatever.
on, I'm Googling it. I'm sure I'm wrong, but I'm embarrassed. Don't give me a sigh. I'm
not
punch you right
giving
in the
you
vagina.
a sigh.
You're right. It is Van True. Like, why wouldn't it be? Why would it be Van Tour? What a fucking idiot.
See, Larry got it right. Yeah, Vantrue N2 Pro.
What? So I hate all you guys for not telling me it was spelled wrong for, literally 2 years. We've had the same link. The link that I shared is the N2. I have not created a link for the Pro. I actually think it's overkill for what you need.
Right.
The N2 Pro it's got inside, outside, and it's got the night vision. So. All right, Jesper, this is a little old Halloween stuff, but I thought some of these were funny.
It is funny.
This is the first one.
And, of course, the first one is I'll tip you on the app, Isaac. Includes Isaac, phone, doesn't include tip.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw a lot of these Spirit Halloween, and people
everybody made versions
oh, my gosh,
those,
I saw so many funny ones.
I know.
And then this is the Flex one.
Amazon Flex Driver includes 48 stops, 52 packages, 14 commercial, 30 apartments, Center City, rush hour base pay.
The base pay is the best part.
Yeah.
The base pay.
You're still missing the does not include tips.
Right, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I thought those were pretty funny.
Speaking of tips, by the way, I'm still surprised at how much I make in tips when I'm out driving.
It's that new van, bro.
I'm killing it.
I'm glad.
I really am. So,
it's just your Denmark charm.
My Denmark charm.
You are kind of charming.
Stay over there.
Well, no, my pants are on. Don't worry. I'm not into you, but you are kind of charming. So
one of the things I like is all the conversations, and it's easy.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of good time. We have a lot of good talks. And stuff.
I'm also curious how many people ask. Because you don't really have an accent, but you can tell. Everyone asks.
Oh yeah, where are you from?
Yeah,
and actually, more and more people are noticing what it says because it says in my profile it says I'm from Denmark.
Okay.
So people was like, I have several people who says, and your profile says you're from Denmark.
Yeah.
It's like, and tell me their story, and so okay, it's a good ice.
Oh, that is a good one,
yeah.
And then you can connect with people on that.
Absolutely.
I don't know anyone from Denmark. You're the only one.
Oh,
Are there a lot of? You do the Danish festival in Greenville, but are there actually a lot of people in Grand Rapids from Denmark? Like, do you know anyone else?
Well, not Danish. No, there's some with Danish heritage.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
but nobody like that was born there that lives over here.
Not that I know. No.
You should start like a Facebook group. Maybe you can connect with some cool people. I don't know.
So, did you know that the owner of Arnie's Bakery is actually Swedish?
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, he was. Yeah. So.
But why? What does that have to do with Denmark?
Well, it's all Scandinavian countries. It's kind of the same region.
Is it? Are they right next to each other?
Geography, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Geography is a difficult one.
Hey, we talk no math and geography on this damn show.
And then there's Norway that's right above that. So
really,
did you know that Denmark has the world's oldest monarchy right now?
What's a monarchy?
The monarchy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Older than Britain. Yeah, she just died.
So the
it's the lineage.
The
that's
lineage.
The oldest.
Yeah. We can track it back all the way back to 850.
Holy shit!
Yeah, Gordon the Old. Yeah,
they don't do the pomp and circumstance like England does, right?
Absolutely.
Really, I didn't know
all
that.
The same shit. Oh yeah.
When you live in Denmark and you said Norway's to the north and Sweden, is it easy to Is it not a long time to get to those countries?
There's a bridge between Denmark and Sweden.
You're shitting me.
No.
So you can just obviously you need a passport to get over, but
not really.
Really? It's like open borders. Like, what's up? Let's party.
Because it's all Europe. For you to get into Germany, nobody. So there's there is a pass, like a toll between Germany, but there's a mailbox.
What?
They're not actually always manned. So you just drive.
So you have to. You're supposed to drop the toll in the mailbox if someone's not there.
If you have something, do you want to?
Wait a minute. You could just drive into another country. No one even is like, "What's up?" It's just like a state to state.
Yeah.
That is today. I learned
because you're a European citizen. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I mean, there's sometimes they're manned.
Of course, but I'm just saying,
not all
like,
the
we
time.
can't just drive to Canada. They'll shoot you in the head. I mean, you cross the border.
The Canadians won't. They'll just say,
no, it'll be
if you're
Americans that
going
do
back
it.
into America, they'll kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
So no, sometimes they're manned, but not all the time. So
all right, moving on. I thought this was kind of cool. What your thoughts on it? For the audio listeners, a picture of a note. She wrote, she was delivering something. You'll figure out what she was delivering. It says, "I hope you get the results you're hoping for." No, it probably doesn't, because it could be an AIDS test. She was delivering a pregnancy test, so I should have prefaced that. She wrote them a little note. "I hope you get the results you were hoping for. Take some deep breaths. It'll be okay. It will all work out in the end. If not, it's okay. It isn't the end. Your Uber driver." I thought that was really cool. They got like you can see on this 160 comments. Now you may think it's weird, and so I'm just curious.
I can just see that. I do think it's cool. I'll preface that, but I think you have to be careful because comments like that can be taken both ways.
And that's the fucking problem with this country sometimes. It's just like,
I
yeah,
agree.
that we have to worry to me, that's so kind. They're like, listen, it could be shitty, it could be great, but in the end, it'll be okay. Because it will.
And true. Absolutely.
It will.
And it's true. And yes, I agree. But you have to be careful.
Yeah, it's stupid. But I didn't read all the comments, but most of them that I saw, because Facebook will filter a lot of them out when there's so many of them, they seemed positive. So,
well, that's good. And I do think that is, I like that because that kind of makes me believe in humanity again.
Yeah, you all hear the shitty stories about us gig workers, and that one. And she wasn't looking for a tip. It's literally written on the back of her receipt.
Right.
She just probably had a calling to feel for this person. And,
there we go. And maybe she went through stuff herself.
Yeah.
I mean,
what kind of note should I write when I pick up a vibrator in KY from Walgreens? Like, "You go, girl." Like, I was just thinking, because there's some crazy shit that you can pick up at Walgreens.
"You go, girl."
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah. Or should I buy an extra bottle of wine and just say, "Hey, this is on the house from your Uber driver"?
I don't think I would do the wine thing.
Yeah. "You go, girl. Enjoy your night. Hey."
Next time you should try this brand.
Oh yeah, this is what I use. This brand you bought is subpar. Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's different brand than the KY, right?
Yeah. Now that would get you probably deactivated.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. Catherine said, "I recently added Octopus to my car. People seem to like it, and we'll see if there's some profit out." Did you use our link? That's the question. Probably not.
So I've actually had a couple of requests for
Oh no.
for getting the tablet back. So
Which tablet?
So when I drove before the pandemic,
Yeah.
I had a tablet in my car where people could just pick their own music.
Okay.
And a couple of people wrote that on my profile that I liked having the tablet. I could pick my own music.
Oh, so people are seeing that? Bring
And
it
they're
back,
like,
bro.
They're like, where can I pick my music? I don't have that back yet. So,
What if you could? Yeah.
well, so the problem is,
The internet.
well, before I used to have I have a Verizon, and they had what's called a hum, which costs it's an extra service fee, right?
Yeah.
And I disconnected the hum during the pandemic because I wasn't driving for 2 years. And so the hum is a device you put into your OBD port, whatever, but then once you have that, then you have the internet in the car. And at that point, it was easy to hook a tablet up to it, and you had always have it streaming music all the time.
Yeah.
And so I got to figure out what I want to do it. But I actually, Catherine, to your point, I was getting quite a lot of people really liking the music, and I think it was affecting my tips. So I don't know.
Again, I think it's your charm that's affecting your tips.
Maybe.
I mean, so jump into the next article. I know there's the safety thing we talked a lot about. There was one thing we didn't talk about, the intersection alert. So I know you.
Correct. Yeah. So this again, this is an article from the Rideshare Guy talking about all these new all the new safety features that they added onto it. And one thing that Jason is bringing up is actually the one that I noticed that we have in Grand Rapids that I had on last weekend. And basically, this is the where is it? It's an intersection warning. So during the night or whatever, if it's bad visibility, it'll actually come up and say, please watch for not just oncoming traffic, but traffic coming from the sides and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of nice. And as I said, I did see that several times when I was out driving last weekend. So
I mean,
if you're not aware of the area you're in, it is nice to know what kind of intersection you're coming up to. You have to use Uber's own in-app navigation to get it.
They're the only one. I've gone to use their in-app for when I do an Uber Eats. I don't change. I don't know why. I've grown a little tired of Waze. Okay, short story. I had to do work today for my W-2 job. Last day they had some extra work, and I was driving, and they didn't have the tablet I normally use, so I had to use Waze on my own phone. Waze burned my ass today. Like it was weird. It was one of these pins that was way in ADA, and it went way in the back, so it took me down another road.
Okay, yeah.
But I've been using Waze less and less, and using Google Maps, and so
less and less. Okay.
Yeah,
you used to be a big believer in Waze.
I know. I've been using it less and less, and DoorDash has Google Maps built right into their app too, so I don't even have to leave. So
right.
I think the only one I still use Waze is Grubhub, but I've literally gotten one order on Grubhub since I started. But I like Uber's in-app notification. My only caveat on them alerting for intersections is when a driver using Uber's in-app navigation approaching intersection without a four-way stop, the app will now highlight this on the map. I mean, in Michigan, it will say, typically it'll say cross traffic does not stop. Well, only on busy roads. It doesn't do it like in the city, though, does it? If it's only a two-way stop. So basically,
I honestly don't remember when it did it, but I noticed it several times.
Okay,
come up.
Do you think that it would be helpful for you? Did you be like? Did it make you be more aware?
So I was paying attention to it because it was new to me, right?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it says it watch for cross traffic.
Right.
I don't know if it's helpful in areas where I know.
Yeah.
But if I'm out in the country, and I don't necessarily super knowledgeable about the area, I think then it would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure in the country when it's like 55, if it's only a two-way stop, it says cross traffic does not stop, which I appreciate. But
right.
So
that is nice. Now the other thing that I wanted to bring up was. We talked briefly about that. Is the front-facing recordings, which is not active in Grand Rapids yet.
Yeah,
and that it'll be interesting to see what's gonna come out of that.
The rideshare guy also, just a little update on the names. The drivers can go into their apps and report the fucked up name.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did not see that.
It says, my rider had an appropriate name. Uber's support team will then be able to take appropriate action to block those accounts until the names are updated with a valid ID.
Perfect.
So, wow, this will be done by a human, not AI software. Wow, what the hell? That's really good of Uber.
Well, they need something to do with all those people.
Yeah, because didn't Lyft lay a bunch of people off just recently?
Yes.
But if you ever want, obviously we would like you to go to uberliftdrivers.com, but the rideshare guy does a great job. He's got great articles. I go there quite often to read a lot of his stuff, so I always like to give Harry a plug for that. So I'm getting hot again. I was cold. Remember last time I had to strip down?
I know.
Okay, so I labeled this guy. This guy's a savage. So it says it's a Facebook post for Uber Eats delivery drivers. She goes, this person, I don't know, doesn't really matter. Oh my God, I love having para for Uber Eats addresses. This customer removed the tip last time I delivered. I never forget. Yes, I was petty. It was raining that day. And his comment says, sorry, canceling. Tipper was removed last delivery. I'm like, oh, man, savage. I didn't know Para did that, where you could flag the customer that they took the tip back. And so it popped up, and Para's probably has a flag system or something like that.
Which is good.
Yeah, I mean that's really great. I don't use Para, but I mean I don't think that would be a feature that I would use often. But on Gary's apps, I did find out that I can take restaurants off the list, so they did decline because the other day I got a freaking one in the mall. And I was already committed to it, and I was like,
Yeah.
So as I was walking towards the pickup, like all the way to the food court, I went into the settings on search the restaurant and like ban. I do not want to get. I don't care how good the order is. I don't want to get that. So
Right.
Oh, your daughter's on.
No, I know. I waved to her. So it's a hi, Julia.
Oh, is that what you're waving to?
Yeah. So
All right, guys, I want to talk about one of our newer sponsors, and that is Solo. So did you ever wish you knew how much you were going to make and how long it would take, or which job? See, I should just read what's on there. I tried to they haven't been a sponsor long enough. So, or how long it would take, or which job is the highest paying in the city. There's an app for that. It's Solo. Solo uses millions of data points in the cities across the country to create daily optimized work schedules for you that they guarantee, making up the difference if you earn less. They also help you track your 1099 income, expenses, miles, and project your taxes in one easy to navigate dashboard. So we say this, they offer a free 2-week commitment to all gig workers. I haven't been asked to pay, and mine's still working just fine. So basically, if you're in the city with a smart schedule, it's $8.
right.
And they analyze your data, and they tell you, hey, guess what? You need to work Thursday from 11 to 2 on this app. And if you do that and don't make the earnings, they will pay the difference.
That's your guarantee.
That's your guarantee.
But only for markets that has it.
Yes.
But they are adding more and more all the time. And if they don't have it in your market yet, please share with all your friends. Get more people to sign up, because the quicker they get enough data, the quicker they can enable it.
Yeah, it's a super cool app. I really like it. I love data, like you said. I like looking at that data, and
I think for me, that's part of the gig economy is how I use the data to gamify everything I do.
Yeah.
And I love that shit.
Yeah, gamifying anything is amazing.
Take that thing off. She thinks it's boring because he's not old.
Jesper's daughter. Bye, Dad. This is boring.
But so I love to gamify. I mean, I gamify my exercise, all those things.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's just so for me, I love all that.
Yeah, and the leaderboard is dope. Like, who's the top earning person in your city? I don't think a lot of people use it in Grand Rapids, but we're hoping that you download the app and give it a try.
Start using it. We want to get Grand Rapids to be a smart city.
No, I do smart city. We're beer city. We want to be smart city.
I know.
Download Solo today. All right, Jesper, you're up with this amazing person's asking for something.
No, this is the earnings statement.
Jesper, you're up with the earnings statement. Just like I said, stop running the show. Go.
Well, isn't that what you're talking about?
I am. I'm a dumbass. I skipped 2 stories and went right into the picture because
I thought unless you wanted to skip into it. So basically, this is another article from the Rideshare Guy, and it's all about the new earnings statement on Uber and how the Uber thinks that this is a much better earnings statement, and it's more. They're calling it more transparent, which I do not agree with at all.
Oh, he was ranting earlier.
I actually, Jason, before the show, Jason actually looked into the earnings statement. We looked at it on the app, and we looked at it on online, and I can't even see where I can go and look what they paid like we used to be able to. And so I'm not even sure that's possible anymore to see, possibly online, but in our markets, I cannot see on the app where to go see what did the passenger actually pay.
I've talked from the beginning. I don't know why those platforms remember they were trying to be transparent, so they were going to show, and then everyone just got pissed.
Oh, I know. So I don't know if it's a requirement or whatever it is, but anyways, I was not able to find it. And please tell me if you can. For me, I don't know that I care a whole lot because I get paid what I get paid. And when and if I look at what people paid, I just get mad. And so,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I need to get mad or whatever. I mean, again, I do it because I like it, and I do it in the areas when I make, if I make more than $30 an hour once I'm done paying for my gas, then I think it's okay. I'm okay with it. Then it's worth, it's a talk that my wife and I have together. If at that level, it is worth me losing out on family time.
When you're making that much money?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a goal, you're saving or something, or
right,
paying some car repairs.
Paying some car repairs.
Yeah.
So it's it is what it is, and so we all for me, I love doing it. It's like a hobby. It's my therapy, and if I can do that and make some money that helps the family out, why shouldn't I do it?
Honestly, as I look through this article, like it's confusing as hell
Oh,
of
it
like
is.
how it breaks down. Like how to, break down your earnings: fare, distance, minimum fare supplement, surge,
Right.
time, temporary fuel charge, weight charge, promotion, boost, quest, tip, and then you get a total at the bottom. It's just like I like that they have the data, but it also can be a little confusing.
It's totally confusing.
Yeah. So I'll share this article sometime this week on social. You can check it out, but it's very clunky to figure out what the customer paid. But again, do you really want to know? Like you said, you're making the money you're making. I don't really give a shit what the customer paid because guess what? I'm not paying it.
Well, exactly, and it. I mean, I know everybody used to be all up in arms about it.
Yeah.
But they were only all up in arms because when Uber first came out, it was the whole 80-20 split or whatever.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? That's not the reality anymore.
No.
Forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get paid what you get paid. Either drive or don't drive.
Well, again,
I mean,
that it does boil down to that. But like I said, even we talked about being an independent contractor. Are you truly an independent contractor
Correct.
when you don't get to set your rates? Those kind of things.
and that is true. But again, particularly with upfront pricing now, you know what you're going to get paid
Yeah.
for the ride. Take it or don't take it. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's true. What I'm hearing from you is that you're getting tired of the people bitching about it.
I've been tired of that for a long time. Honestly, I have, because what does it matter?
I know.
That's the attitude for me. It's like, why does it matter?
Well, I do see people getting really worked up about it. I'm like, all the time you're spending about working up, you could go out and work.
Right.
Yeah, like just get it done. Like if you don't want, like you said, if you don't like it, then to go drive another app. Find
Do something else.
Yeah.
Something else. I mean, for me, if I can make over $25 an hour, once I'm done paying for and sometimes, most times, make 30, I'm okay with that.
Right. Basically, Jesper says, shut up and drive. Shut up and drive. So I was going to ask you, since you're such a veteran on taking passengers, should you wait for rides in the airport waiting lot? Pros and cons of an airport ride.
So I have actually found, can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I have found that, and it all has to do with my wanting to keep my Uber Gold status. Okay.
Okay.
So the more if I'm in the airport, I find that I'm turning down more rides. And because, to get into the queue, you have to enable the Uber X.
Yeah.
And so what I haven't tried yet is just put myself, park out there, don't be in the queue, and then just be on XL and Comfort only. Because technically, if you are the only XL in the market, whether you're in the queue or not, if they request an XL, you're
True.
gonna get it.
Chances of you being the only XL at the lot.
Oh no, I understand.
Okay.
I understand. But technically, that's how it should be, right? And there have been, when I haven't been in the queue several times last weekend, I got rides at the airport.
Yeah.
Because I was close enough.
Interesting.
So, but I find that if I go into the queue,
decline.
I know, my rate just plummets.
What do you have to be at your acceptance rate to stay gold?
So it's anything over 75, I say, but they really want you to be at 85.
Wow.
So that's
a
your
lot of
acceptance
rides.
rate. I mean, I'm at 82 right now.
You're a corporate shill, aren't you? You love Uber, don't you? You just want to take everything.
Well, I only have Uber right now. Because should we really enter this right now?
No.
Lyft sucks.
I want an update in 2 weeks. I want an update that you are back on Lyft.
And well, I want that too. I've been wanting that for 2 years.
So I'm reading this article, and it says, how nice is your airport waiting area? So Grand Rapids, there literally is nothing. There's a trash can. They don't even have a porta potty there.
Nope.
Which is so stupid. I know it's not huge, but this guy says, the first time I went to the Tampa airport waiting lot, I was pleasantly surprised. Number one, it's more than just a parking your car and roasting alive inside. There's a nice air-conditioned building with picnic tables you can use, electrical outlets to plug in your phone, laptops, and everything. Best yet, the bathrooms have always been clean every single time.
See, we don't have a building. We don't have a bathroom.
We don't have. I
nothing.
mean, we have overflow trash. Now it's been a long time since I've been there, years, to take passengers. But so yeah, that also, you are driving during the high times. So what about a driver on a Tuesday at 2:00? Would it be better to stay at the airport? No, take acceptance rate out of it. Like, we're just going to pretend that doesn't matter, which it doesn't. But for you to maintain its status, it does. I think it's better to wait at the airport, because if you're driving around aimlessly waiting for rides, I mean, you're going to be using a lot of gas.
Correct. But I mean, the particularly with our airport, the problem is I get all kinds of other rides suggested, and those are the ones I decline.
Yeah,
because I want the airport ride.
Right. Well, I mean, when you're driving, it's popping. Like everywhere else is popping, so of course you're going to get demand. I don't think it behooves you to sit at the airport when you're driving during. And busy
that's the
time.
thing. So if you're out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever, I mean, are you just going to take whatever ride you get?
It's a good point. Yeah, but I guess you would risk not botching your acceptance rate too much if you're driving during the day. But then again, how many airport? It's all a crapshoot. To me, I have spent a lot of time waiting at the airport back in the day.
I remember that we used to do
all the time.
We'd
hang out there
hours at the airport.
Yeah, we would
for no reason.
For no reason, and then I was like, "This is stupid. I could be making money taking other rides. I'm not gonna unless I know there's like, late at night." At 11 o'clock, there's usually 4 or 5 flights that come in. So if it's slow downtown, we've talked about going to the airport several times. And sometimes it can be profitable.
Right.
But then you get the one that takes you out and you miss bar close, though, when it takes you to
But see, bar close is not what it used to be.
Has it really changed that much? It's not back to normal at all?
No, not
No
at all.
surges? Or if...
There's some surges after one, but it's not the same by any means.
Why? You think there's no people?
But people leave earlier. It's not the crowd that it used to be still.
Not even on Halloween weekend?
No. Well, I don't
mean,
know.
It was crazy.
Saturday was hopping, I guess. I didn't
Oh,
drove
yeah, you
Saturday.
didn't drive Saturday.
I drove Friday.
Yeah.
Which was okay.
We went out Saturday, Megan and I, and there were lines at 6 o'clock out for every bar. Yeah. It was crazy.
Well, and there was lines. There is lines, at the bars.
For Friday.
But for some reason... it's still not the same.
Interesting. I would think it would be right back. No. I mean, now it's never going to be the same what it was back in the day when it was just like you'd get 10 times surge.
I remember we would used to turn the apps off at 1:45 because then we just sit there and wait for the surge to get up to like 10 times or whatever.
Yeah, because you used to you used to see that, and then you're like, okay, when am I going to turn it on? All right, 3 times. All right, I'm bored.
The adrenaline rush.
I know.
It was just
you miss that. Sounds like you need a puker to get your adrenaline back in your brand new van.
No, I don't want that. I did put my puke bags in.
Weren't you the one that said you wanted a puker so your night would get better? It was you or
there
somebody.
There was one night where I needed that, but I guess whatever. But again, I also don't really. I'm weird because it doesn't bother me.
Speaking of puker, I had a puker the other day.
In your car?
Yeah.
Yourself?
No, I wasn't even driving. It was my kid.
Oh.
He had a migraine at home.
Who paid you $150 for that?
Nobody. And I says to Megan, I'm like, where did he puke? She's like, oh, outside the car. I'm like, so the window was down and he just leaned over? Yeah, he got most of it on the outside. She cleaned for like an hour and I pulled the door panel off and had to clean even more to make sure it was out. I've had a puker in that car, but never like that. It was my kid. I forgot that I was going to mention at the beginning of the show, but yeah, so I did have a puker. It was a busy weekend for me.
Well, good. And so this coming weekend, you are driving in, right?
I'm not driving.
Well, you are driving for other stuff.
I'm doing Comic-Con this weekend.
But I thought you were driving for Comic-Con.
I'm a guest assistant. You just walk around and take care of the comic guests and
I get
you. Yeah. We have a ton of articles left and no time, so
we are out of time.
We will get through what we can. This is the actual picture I meant to share earlier for Jesper, or is this my picture? Oh, it's yours. No, this is. Oh, I am so out of it. My fucking God. All right, go.
So the one is this is the one. Hi, this is Donna from DoorDash. I'm picking up your order at Wendy's. I will let you know when I'm leaving, and if you could please give me $5 for delivering and letting you know and keeping you informed, that would be wonderful.
No, again, it's asking for a tip, but she has a little class in it at least. You know what I mean? She's just like, I think it's a kind message.
But she's not referring to it as a tip. Please give me $5 for delivering.
Oh, interesting.
And letting you know and keeping you informed. That would be wonderful.
Well, she should change it to please give me $5 for my excellent service or something like that.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing as the the little thing when you put them in the cars where they used to say, $5 tips would be appreciated or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
like tip your driver.
I never liked that.
You didn't?
No.
What do you like? Do you like what about people putting stickers on the food that says thanks for blah blah blah? Not asking for a tip, but just thanking them. You don't like that either?
No.
That would be weird.
Don't do anything to my food.
Well, I mean, on the outside of the bag, it's a sticker that says thanks for delivering. I was a pleasure delivering your food today, Jason, or something like that. You think that's stupid?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I know. I often
But
wonder.
then again, I mean, yeah.
I like the charm around it. To me, the only way that I would do stuff like that is if it made me more money.
Well, and again, it's true. But we've so many times we have even the whole giveaway free, giving water and all that
I
stuff.
know.
It doesn't work.
I know.
At least not in our market.
I often wonder. I wish on these platforms we could choose our drivers. Like even for like food delivery. Like if I worked every Monday Jose orders, Panda Express, and he says, "Oh, I want Jason to take my order," and if I'm not online, then it just goes to a rando.
Every night I hear that. I
wish I could choose you.
It comes. How long are you working tonight? And how do I get you back?
Yeah.
So you can't.
Now, question: if this is completely hypothetical, if anyone's listening to this podcast, which no one does, I mean they do. I'm just joking. If you handed them a card that had your number on it and you picked them up later, would you do it on the app or off the app? You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.
Well, I mean, I would do it. I would probably do it on the app, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I want the insurance.
Yeah. And you're just hopeful that they're like, oh, we got personal service. We're going to tip a little more.
But then the problem is also still then you're going to run into the whole. You're gonna kill your rate because
they're gonna try to get you.
You go online,
yeah.
Even if they're sitting in your car, they might get somebody else. Then they have to cancel. You have to cancel. All that bullshit.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're right.
Uber's system is not built for this.
It's not.
It should be.
It should be, but they want. I don't know. Why do they care so much? If the person's getting the ride, let us just favor the driver. Like, Who gives a shit? I mean, it's not like you can't code it. Like, it's simple.
It's totally simple.
I mean, the first request goes to you. If you're not online, immediately it just goes to the round robin. Like, It should take a millisecond.
Yeah.
But Catherine says she's using Solo. Nice, Catherine. $32 to $42 an hour.
She's been
over at MSU. Damn.
Last month at MSU. Awesome.
Larry, he says, that's not true. I thought you did that all the time. You handed your cards out. He goes, I agree. It's not worth to give them your number and have them call you. Did you stop doing that? Because I swear he was doing that all the time. Or used to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that he would take cash, but he would still do it on the platform, I thought. But
yeah. I mean, I tried once, I think, trying to get into my job again.
Yeah.
And it never really worked very.
It all depends how busy it is. Like,
absolutely.
If you're out in BFE and you,
correct.
Yeah, it's totally fine. But real quick, guys, Upside, use promo code GigEconomy25. Link in the description. If you've never used it before, I don't know why you haven't. You get 25 cents off for being a new customer, and then you use the code, you get additional 25 cents off your first fill up. So when you do that, make sure you're bone dry. So you.
I saved almost $5 last weekend on Upside.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up over time. I've earned over $120 on Upside.
I know.
So it does add up.
It does work.
Yeah. So the link is in the description. We appreciate you guys supporting the Gig Economy podcast. You know what? The rest of this stuff, fuck it. We'll do it another time. There's one TikTok video I want to play. I think that's really funny. It's about being a bad tipper, and then we'll kind of wrap this sucker up. But this is kind of funny. We might have to play it twice. It's only 14 seconds, so here we go.
Look, if you're not going to tip, then at least be smart like this guy. 26 minutes, 11.3 miles to Panda Express. Man, it's 12:30 p.m. His food should be right on time for his 5 p.m. dinner.
So we'll play it again.
Look, if you're not going to tip, then at least be smart like this guy. 26 minutes, 11.3 miles to Panda Express. Man, it's 12:30 p.m. His food should be right on time for his 5 p.m. dinner.
And the expected tip was $4.72 for 11 miles. I've seen shit worse than that.
Oh, I know.
This week alone on Uber, like $2.20 for like 8 miles. Like, who the fuck is taking it?
Well, the problem is people are taking them. Please stop taking them.
You can't say that though. I'm going to throw this back at you. You want to keep your Uber Gold. What if you're an Uber driver you're gonna have to keep your acceptance rate up? Because I'm gonna tell you, my acceptance rate's like 14% on Uber. I'm not kidding you. It's that bad.
Well, I don't drive Uber Eats. So.
Well, I'm just saying, like you would be like crazy taking $2 orders.
I must tell you though, I am busy.
I'm loving it.
Doing Excel and Comfort only,
that makes me so
busy.
happy for you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're busy because I know you're really chomping on the bit to get back with the pandemic, and now you're just slaying it out there.
Most times, the moment I pick up a person, I get another ride assigned
right away.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
So,
well, guys, I appreciate you. Oh, real quick, we forgot about our Patreon. If you love this show and you love us and you want to see more of us, we got 2 episodes coming out soon. We'd love for you to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/GigEcon podcast, or just click the freaking link in the description. You get a piece of merch on your 3rd month, an extra podcast a month. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's an interview.
yes.
But it really does support us, and it means us a lot. We get a new one, we get all warm and fuzzy. When one cancels, we send a bag of shit to them.
We do not.
We do not.
We do not.
Don't test me. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, guys, for showing up. And yeah, everybody, have a good night, guys.
Bye. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.